Well, with making a salad, I think it's a good idea to sort of think outside the lettuce. There's so many things that can go in a salad, anything really. In fact, salad is just, the word salad is just a corruption of the word for salted. It goes back to the days when people would pick wild greens out of the field, bitter greens, and they would salt them to sort of temper that bitterness or sort of slightly cook them, as it were. And so with our salad today, we're having there's a little bit of lettuce from the garden, but also things wintered over in the garden, and also some wild and, well, frankly, weeds that we found in the garden that are going to go into the salad, and many have really good nutritive and restorative properties. So one of the salad greens is chickweed, and this is a plant that can be the bane of a gardener's existence because it grows so well in the cooler, moisture periods of the year. Also, here's the superstar of the salad these days is kale, and baby kale is so delicious. You can eat it raw. It hangs onto that dressing really well. So for the salad, I'd like to put some onions. These are some onions from the garden, spring onions, but they were planted in the fall. I'm going to slice those really thin. I also want to use some of our pickled ramps, and they were known to be a spring tonic or a blood purifier, and it's really good for the heart, and it also helps ward off a cold, and the pickled ones are much more mild. These are some tiny tomatoes. These are pickled cherry tomatoes. You could also use sun-dried tomatoes as well, but the acidity will be a good welcome addition to the salad as well. So for the poached egg, we've got this nice French oven on the wood stove, a lot of fire in there. And we want water that's just at a simmer. We don't want it too hot, so it makes a better poached egg. So we'll get that water swirling, a little whirlpool. And once it's going round and round, crack that egg and carefully drop it in the center. And the swirling of that water will kind of help encapsulate that egg yolk with the white. We like to add a little bit of vinegar, so use a little bit of vinegar from the pickled ramps. And the vinegar is said to make the whites of the eggs harden up a little bit better. So we don't want it to cook for a long period of time because we want the white to be somewhat firm, but the yolk needs to be a little runny to emulsify that salad because that becomes the dressing. So for the meat portion of the salad, we've got some really nice smoky, salty bacon. And this is from our friend Alan Benton up the road. And so in Appalachia, meat was used more as a condiment or a seasoning because it was really scarce. And so I've rendered out a few lardons or dice of this good bacon, and a lot of the fat's been rendered out. And so now I've got some nice lardons to add to the salad, which will add some salt to the salad so we don't have to salt our salad very much. So we've got our poached egg. It's going to go on top there. We'll add a little salt, and then we'll garnish it with our lardons of smoky bacon, our spring onions, pickled ramps for a little acidity, as well as the pickled cherry tomatoes. And in a traditional salad lyonnaise, there's a mustard component. In this case, we'll use some mustard flowers.